Hi, or shall I say good afternoon. Um, Today we're going to discuss some things that just we're just going to discuss some things. I have had a lot of debt for a while, and it's it's been it's been a big challenge to pay them to pay everything. And so, but here lately, God has blessed me with all kinds of things, as I've said in the latest videos. And so, mother goes every 2 weeks and has her nails done. It just has to be done. And I'm like, okay. So she has a manicure and I think once a month and pedicure. I don't know how it works out, but she just goes and has her nails done. So I said, well, she said she didn't like the place over here. She didn't like the place over here. She paid 3 times over here before they get it right the first time. Before they got it right. And so she said, "There's a place over here that I want to go see, that I want to go try." So I said, "Okay." I mean, I live next door to it, and I've never been there. Never, never even stepped foot in it. So I uh, I went yesterday while I was out and just checked the prices to see, are they extravagant or what? And they were reasonably priced. I might need to move my microphone closer. They were reasonably priced, and so um, I took her to exercise this morning, and I didn't even get but a couple of blocks away, and she called and she said it's been canceled. So I went and picked her up. We had some errands. I had errands I had to run this morning after my meetings, and uh, so it worked out beautifully because I picked her up. We went to the post office. I just about sent the wrong packages to the wrong person. I just about sent the P84 to the distributor of P84 instead of to the young lady that needs it. And I was sending the distributor of P84 some conditioner for natural hair, and it's too much for my hair. So it's too intense for my hair, so I was sending it to her. And I had the labels backwards on the boxes when I looked at it and realized, oh no. But the lady at the post office helped me out. And that's great. So I'm talking with her and she's asking me, what's in it. And I said, no, it's just powder, liquid powder that you drink. And she's like, and I told her it's P84, it's liquid, it's powder that you add water and drink in the morning. She said, well, what does it do? And I said, it heals your body from the inside out. And I said, I drink it. And after Robert passed, right after he passed, I started drinking it, and then I drank it for like 3 months, and then I ran out of money. Like really ran out of money. So I had to stop it. Well, when I stopped it, um, I got eczema all over my face. I had allergies really bad. I mean, like really bad. Everything I ate, just everything made me sick. And it's not because you stop this. Oh, if I try it and stop it, it's going to make me sick. No, that was stuff that was already there. But anyway, those were my symptoms. So I recently started drinking it again, and I've drank it for a week, and the eczema on my forehead is almost gone. My ends feel good. I don't ache all the time, and just overall better health. Oh, my nails are growing, and my hair stopped falling out so much. My hair was falling out in wads, just wads. Could be stress, but where does stress come from? It comes from the inside. It affects your body on the inside, which affects your body on the outside. So, anyway, um, I was telling her about. She said, "Oh, I have a friend that needs that," and I said, "Well, you can call me and I'll tell you about it." And so she wrote a little note, and I said, "Why don't I said you'll need my number." So I gave her my name and number, and since she works at the post office, I'm going to tell her about the P84, which I do sell. I'm just not that avid of a salesperson. If somebody asks me about it, I will definitely refer them to it. Um, but she's also a person who has um, the ability to invest. And since I have 4 or 5 deals on my plate right now that need investors, one of my investor people called me today and said, um, "Hey, we've got 10 days and we've got 2 more lots." And I was like, "Ooh, okay, I'll get on it today." So, and I was on my way to the post office when he said that. And God provided. I know I'm going to talk to her, and I trust that she's going to invest. I also called, since I had 2 boxes, I called one of my friends. Her name's Gwen. She's the one that sells P84. So if you can't get it from me, let me know, and I'll send you to Gwen. Great. We're good. So I asked Gwen for her address, and then and I was telling her about, I need investors, and she gave me a name and address, or email address of somebody who's always looking to invest. And I said, "Oh, wonderful," and um, so we're just, it works like that, y'all. That's how God works. He always puts somebody there for you. So when you need them. My little boy is walking around. He wants to go play. So anyway, when I went and had my nails done with Mother, after we went to the post office, had to drop books off at the library. I went with Mother to get. I dropped her off so she could do. Sorry, back up. We came back to the house after running errands, and I'm so glad that I did. The back door was left open. Our bedroom doors were left open. My dogs could have gone anywhere. I was like, oh my goodness. I just left the house wide open, which I live in a good neighborhood, and I've never had any problems. The only problem I ever have is people coming out of Walmart parking lot, and twice last year they went through my back fence, which is a HOA, so it didn't cost me, but it cost me some concern. Um, uh, so anyway, I dropped her off. I went and I was going to go get a cookie because insomnia cookies. Oh goodness, I don't even know what it's called, but it's a peanut butter cookie with Reese's chocolate melted on it, and they're always warm. They're always delicious. So I was going to get a cookie because I was so hungry, but they weren't open yet. So I went next door to Einstein Bagel, and I got me a bagel, and I said, "Hey, cut it in half." I was going to give half to Mother and half to me. Well, my half was so messy when I got there with it. Mother's like, "Oh, I want some." I said, I was going to give it to her. I was like, "Oh no." I said, "No, it's too messy. You're going to love your hands." And so she agreed. We went and got cookies afterwards, but I felt guilty at that moment of when I was there to purchase the bagel. It's like, why are you eating out? You live right there. Go home and eat. You can do, just those thoughts. Yes, I could have gone home to eat. I could have. But it's okay for me to grab something to eat while I'm out. And Mother was expecting me, so to come have my nails done with her. So um, went and had my nails done, and I couldn't make up my mind about what color. I wanted my toes painted. I never paint my fingernails. I just don't. It's a waste. My hair and my nails grow really fast, so it's a waste of time and money. And so I just, I felt guilty for spending the money on taking care of myself. It's been a long time, and I relaxed. When I got there, I was having a hard time relaxing. I was doing like 20 different things, and sometimes you just have to tell yourself when you're doing 20 different things that you just need to reset to rest. And I kept telling myself, reset to rest, reset to rest, reset to rest. And I don't do well when they're doing my feet and asking me to make decisions. Here, put your hand here. I gotta return emails and stuff with this hand, but let me do this. If you're gonna do my nails, do one hand and do one hand. Then do my feet. But all together, I don't do well. So, but still, I felt guilty. Then I came home after we got cookies, and and I took a nap because I was just so tired. I could not stay awake. I don't even really remember driving home, but we did. And I went in there and I laid down. I listened to her name is Tina Boyd, and she's got her she has a Facebook group. Um, Let me find it. It's called Women Flipping the Script, a PML sisterhood. So if you're a PML and you're a female, then you could join this. But she just started talking about, it's okay to do self care. It's okay to do self care. I Before I left this morning, I said, Lord, I didn't say, I said, Daddy God, can I go get my nails done today? And I really felt like he said it was okay. Yes, it's okay. But yet I was feeling kind of guilty. And so he, through her, told me, just reassured me, it's okay. So I instantly went from feeling guilty to, wow, I really needed that. And after that, I rested, really rested until the phone rang, and it's my road husband is giving me some names of people that I need to call for investments. But anyway, I went from being guilty, feeling guilty, to feeling refreshed. Now, physically, I wasn't so refreshed. I just kept feeling tired and feeling tired. And so the Bible says that the joy of the Lord is our strength. So I just started singing. And I put some worship music on too. Whatever comes, whatever comes, I've got joy. I've got joy in the morning, joy in the evening. He keeps me dancing in every season. Whatever comes at me, I've got joy. I changed the words a little bit, but we're good. Um, I have joy, and I started singing that, and I started singing a few other songs that were coming to me. And then I ate some food. I fixed some coffee, which I drink about this much coffee in the afternoon, which is maybe a quarter of a cup, like a quarter of a cup, the real one. So anyway, but glory comes to because it's okay. It's okay, y'all. Oh, one other thing. And I posted something earlier too, because I have a lot of decisions to make, and the Lord just led me to this that He's sent to me. He says that He supplies all my needs, not eventually, not conditionally. He supplies all your needs. Provision isn't something that you create through human effort. It's something you access through thanksgiving, worship, and praise. It's attracted to your true identity in Christ, not your performance level or spiritual maturity. Y'all, you have a need, praise Him. Thank Him. So here's how the kingdom economics works. What God orders, He pays for. Now He brought this to me um, either right before, I think right before Robert passed. And it's a good thing he did because I went over it and went over it and over it. And I said, God, you ordered this house, you pay for this house. You ordered my life, you'll pay for my life. You ordered, and I went down the line and I said, you ordered it, you said you'd pay for it. I just give you thank you. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you for all that you've provided for me. People would call me and I'd tell them, I'd have to tell them, well, my husband just passed. Did he? Let me send you some money. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm not, I'm not going to turn it down. I didn't know what we were going to, what I was going to do. So yeah. Anyway, so Thanksgiving. Thank Him for what He's already provided. He's already provided me with a house. He's already provided me with clothes. He's provided me with a car. He's provided me with my spider. He's always provided for me. When I had a lot of money, I provided for other people. And so, it's when you have money, provide for somebody else. Even when you don't have a lot, provide for somebody else. You, in your weakness, may be the person that is needed for somebody in their weakness. I think that's not really a word, but in their weakness. So if um, years ago I dated a man and we would just kind of, I mean, many years ago, 40 something years ago, I dated a man and I would I'd look in my wallet and I'd say I need some money, and he'd look in his wallet. We would split, or vice versa. He'd need some money and I'd have some in my wallet, and we just split. So I'm using that example because you might think that you don't have very much, uh, but half of your not very much could be the answer to somebody's problem. It could keep somebody in a hotel for another night. It could provide a meal for a family, just for the meals for a family for the day. You don't know. So bless somebody like that, because what God orders, He pays for. Thank Him for what He's already provided for you. Worship Him and acknowledge Him as your provider. He's our source. He's our source of life. He's our source of hope. He's our source of finances. He's our source of agreement. He's our source of name it. He's our source. He's our source for microphones and computers and desks and investors and investments and businesses, and he's our source. So y'all partner with him. Partner with him in everything that you do. And just gonna tell you this real quick. Looking through a cookbook, looking for a recipe, and I found this from when my first husband Eddie and we had a big garden. I'm going to go over time. Oh well. Eddie and I had a big garden, and this is from back in 2011. It's June 6th of 2011. We applied for the farmers market seasonal vendor application. And so he had it all filled out and everything, and he put on there, please call before visiting guard dogs. That's not really what it means. It means please call before visiting, period, guard dogs. But it just all came out in one sentence, and I just thought it was funny. So, yeah, please call before visiting guard dogs. We want to make sure that the guard dogs have not been fed, so when you come, they're hungry. So, I bless y'all today. Y'all have a good day. Don't feel guilty about taking care of yourself. It's good for you. And bless other people. See you later. Bye.